Yo, what's going on? Pardon me, family. My bad. Happy Monday. What's the deal? What's going on? What's good? What's happening? As they say, well, what's happening? What's the deal? Last day of the month. Yo, what's going on? What goes on the goes on? Ha ha. This is the goes on, and the goes on, and the goes on, and it just keeps going on. But we are here, beautiful Monday morning in New York City. Weather is nice, sun is coming out, spring is starting to spring, baby. That's what we've been asking for. That's what we've been looking for. That's what we've been waiting for. And it's here, baby. Happy Monday. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Monday, March 31st, 2025. I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. You are tuned into episode 334 of SR Daily. 334, kicking off week 68. Week 68 of SR Daily. I'm just getting in. That's why my shirt's looking crazy. Last night was a night, family night, man. I crashed like pants on. Like it was a beautiful day, beautiful weekend, man. Beautiful time with loved ones, man. Some tough moments during the weekend, hospital visits, but like that's all part of the process, right? Life is not always just the straight way. It's not always like that, right? Stuff happens, and you got to do things that you may not want to do to support your loved ones, man, and to be a positive light. But yeah, I'm excited to be here, man, and get this show going. Hit that share button, share this live with a few of your friends, share this live on your page, right, on your profile. Encourage some people to tune in. Happy Monumental Monday, brother Seth Fu Sankofa said Bob March tuning in from Broadway Junction, exercising. Yeah, boy, get it in. I'm getting back to my workouts. Hopefully tomorrow, right, back still a little, at least to start just walking more intentional, longer walks, right, just to keep body movement, get into some Tai Chi, some light movements, right? Light movements, light stretching, always good stuff. But, yeah, happy Monday. Let's get the show started. Started with our first segment today on this Monday, March 31st, episode 334, last day of the month. KJ, what's going on? What's going on? Dave Reynolds, my man, Dr. Jam. What's the deal, my brother? Peace and love. I would love to chop it up with you soon, man. Talk to you about my business and see how we could collaborate, man. Get some advice from you, get some guidance from you, man. Point me in the right direction. Need to make some things happen, my brother. But let's start our first segment. Today's first segment is a phrase of the day, and I got the phrase just now in the car on the way to the crib with Mona, right? And she said, actually, give me a phrase of the day, and she from Brooklyn, so she said, "Never get high on your own supply." That is the phrase of the day, which could very well be a tip. Never get high on your own freaking supply. Valid phrase though, very viable, man. Very true, very relative, right? Very, like, it makes a lot of sense. Never get high on your own supply. If you've been in the streets or you have watched street movies, you listen to some street music, you have possibly heard this, right? In some capacity, right? Maybe exactly the same exact way, right? Never get high on your own supply. It was one of the 10 crack commandments, right? She relates a lot of things to rap and hip hop, and right, super dope. All right, I think that's super cool that you can hear something and immediately connect it to a song or something like that. But yeah, never get high on your own supply from the 10 crack commandments. And like I said, if you've been in the streets, you understand it, right? For example, if you sell crack, don't smoke crack, right? Like if that's what you're selling, don't smoke it. If you sell weed, don't smoke your own weed, right? Like buy weed to smoke. Don't use what your supply is. That's supposed to be your profit, right? Your product is supposed to be, yes, your business. That's how a lot of people fail. That's how a lot of people fail because, for example, they open up a food business, but they're eating all the damn food. You can't eat the food that you're supposed to be selling because then you ain't selling it. You ain't making no money. So you can't get high on your own supply. 100% valid. It's really gospel. Like 10 crack commandments is gospel. It should be law, right? It should be law. And it is law in certain lifestyles. Certain people, they understand this phrase, which could very well be a tip. They understand it as law. So yeah, don't get high on your own supply. Not today, not tomorrow, right? Like never, ever. Because so real story, right? You know, I got a lot of stories, man. I might have been mentioning it to Mona a few days ago, or weeks ago, or I might have said it in my head. But if you live long enough, right, like you'll live, especially in certain communities, certain environments, right, around certain types of people, you'll live long enough to see legends fall, right? People who were they had this aura, they had this lore, there was this figure, right, this staturing figure, right, like. And then life happens, whether it's a breakup, whether it's a mental health breakdown, whether it's a job loss, whether it's a death of a loved one, right? There are some things that happen that send people into a spiral that they never get out of, right? It's very unfortunate. So I said that to say that in Queensbridge, I've seen some people who, when I was younger, they were I guess touted as this figure, right? This larger than life figure, such and such. I mean, they got the cars, they got the money, they got the women, they got the cribs, they traveling, they this, they that, right? And you see them and you see what people mean. You see like, this person is lit, like they got a glow to them. But people of certain ages, certain experiences, and get things happen and send you. I've seen some of those people become drug addicts. I see some of those people who made a lot of money hustling, and they were the man. I've seen them become crackheads, right? It sucks. They start to get high on their own supply, right? Some of it is I guess as a result of tragedy. Some of it is coercion, right? Some of it is coercion. I've heard a few stories where a guy be with a fine woman, find out right in the midst of being with her, like on a date, that she do a certain drug, and she's trying to convince him to do it, and he want this fine woman, he want to have that experience, he don't want to seem like, what I mean, like, oh, so he ends up doing the drug, and now he hooked, and vice versa, right? It happens vice versa. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks, man. But yeah, that's the phrase of the day. Never get high on your own supply. Get high on the supply that you buy to get high with, to get high on, right? However that thing works, but not yours, right? You got a supply. Never get high on it. Let's move right along to our second segment of the day. A monkey can't sell bananas, yo. That's a fact. Better not try. They all gonna be gone. You got no money. The price of selling poison. Okay, Sefu, deep thinker. Should write a book, my brother. The price of selling poison. But let's move to our second segment of the day. Second segment, need to know news segment. We are going to talk about something pretty interesting. Babe, can you turn the heat down? It's about to come up. Thank you. Yeah, my baby's here in the studio. I love when she's here in the studio. Right, I love when she's here with me, when I can look at her over there being all fine as she is and all ladylike. You know what I mean? Because like some people ain't ladylike, man. We got a lady who's like an alien. But let's move right along. Second segment, need to know news. We're gonna talk about something I think is really interesting, right? Life on other planets. We know right now there is active work being done by some people to figure out how to live on Mars, right? How to live on other planets. One thing I've never heard about until I think I read the title of it. I didn't even read the article yet, but we're gonna pull it up, and I hope it's good. It should be good, but have never thought about living or life on the moon of another planet, right? But we're going to talk about it today. Today, we're going to talk about the possibility of how life could exist on one of Jupiter's moons. We're going to pull up this article in the Good News Network. Where is the Good News Network? Where's my email? My email is here. Good News Network is here. Boom, bap, boom, bap, boom, bap. We are here, and this is from March 26, 2025, so just a few days ago. Once again, this is goodnewsnetwork.org. Fluorescent rocks in Wind Cave National Park may show how life could exist on one of Jupiter's moons, or show how life could exist. So I don't know if it is existing or can it. Let's read the article and find out. Fluorescent chambers inside South Dakota's Wind Cave has given scientists a pathway into theorizing how life could exist on one of Jupiter's moons. In a cool NASA-funded experiment, scientists shined an ultraviolet light around the rocks inside Wind Cave and found that chemicals fossilized within the rocks shine in brilliant hues of pink, blue, and green. The goal is using the fluorescent features to understand how the caves formed and how life is supported in extreme environments. But the data may also reveal how life could persist underground on worlds such as Jupiter's icy moon Europa. The team explained that the chemistry in the cave is likely similar to places such as Europa. The purpose of this project as a whole is to try to better understand the chemistry taking place underground that's telling us about how life can be supported, said astrobiologist Professor Joshua Sebri of the University of Northern Iowa. As Sebri and his team began to venture hundreds of feet underground to investigate minerals and life forms in the cold, dark conditions, they used black lights to look at the minerals and the rocks within new areas of Wind Cave. Sabri says that under the black light, certain areas of the cave seem to transform into something otherworldly as portions of the surrounding rocks shone in different colors thanks to impurities lodged within the earth millions of years ago. The hues corresponded with different concentrations and types of organic and or inorganic compounds. Interesting. The walls just looked completely blank and devoid of anything interesting, Sabri told his university press. But then, when we turned on the black lights, what used to be just a plain brown wall turned into a bright layer of fluorescent mineral that indicated where a pool of water used to be 10 or 20,000 years ago. This is very interesting. This is some interesting stuff, man. This is some real interesting stuff. I like stuff like this. The team collected the fluorescent spectra, which they say is like a fingerprint of the chemical makeup, from different surfaces using a portable spectrometer. That meant they could take the information with them while leaving the cave intact. Interesting. One of the team members, Anna Vanderwade, is using data collected during the field work to build a publicly accessible inventory of spectra to help provide an additional layer of information to the traditional cave map and paint a more complete picture of its history and formation. This is so dope, man. We were just talking too about scientists and what kind of scientists would you be like? Yeah, this is so cool. You know what else? I might be a marine biologist. Marine biology is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Wind Cave was just one of the destinations. In other caves across the United States, they mapped the rock formations, passages, streams, and organisms they found. In the chilly Mystery Cave in Minnesota, it's so cold in Minnesota, they had to bury the spectrometer's batteries in hand warmers. Look, it's so cold in freaking Minnesota to keep them from dying. In other locations, the team had to squeeze through spaces less than a foot wide for hundreds of feet, sometimes losing a shoe in the process. But their efforts have revealed a wealth of information. In Wind Cave, the team found that manganese-rich waters had carved out the cave and produced the striped zebra chalcides within, which glowed pink under black light. The chalcides grew underground, fed by the manganese-rich water. Sabri believes that when the rocks shattered, since calcite is weaker than the limestone also comprising the cave, the calcite worked to expand the cave too. Sabri now plans to investigate how similar mineral-rich water may support life in the far reaches of the solar system. Scientists have previously predicted that the most likely place to look for signs of life on other worlds will be underground, since there, microbes will be sheltered from solar wind and other harmful effects of living with a minimal or negligible atmosphere. Yo, this is interesting. Interesting stuff. I'm thinking. I want to ask a question. If you could live anywhere other than Earth, where would you live? Right? Think about that, and we're going to go on to the next segment. And before the show is over, if you could just drop it in the chat, right? If you are on IG, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, we got rid of the other platform. We ain't even going to talk about them no more in this live because they be throwing us out for real life talk. But yeah, if you could live anywhere else, a planet, a planet's moon, a certain star, a specific Milky Way, a specific, right? Not Milky Way, a specific, I forgot what it's called. What is the Milky Way? Constellation, a certain constellation that you may not know what planet is there, right? Like, where would you live if you have an idea? Or if you can, or even if it's not a place that you already know the name of, if you can describe the ideal conditions, what conditions would you want to live in if it was other than Earth, right? Like, would you want to live in a place where it's still gravity, but like it's always hot? Or would you live in a place where there's no gravity and it's hot and cold, right? Would you want, yeah, talk to me. Let me know. Drop it in the chat. Let's move right along to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, tip of the day. This also is a tip. I love the car rides with this lady, my fiance, because like when I ask her questions related to the show, number one, the conversations are always great. Car conversations are always top notch, funny, enlightening, engaging, right? Inquisitive. But I asked her for a tip of the day, and she gave a tip that, according to Brother Sefu Sankofa, wouldn't register as PG for the show. But this is a grown-up show. It's grown folks watching. So today's tip is related to lubrication. And it is very simple. It is, don't follow the hype in the media as it relates to lubricant using baby oil. She said that she had heard or seen somewhere that a lot of people were influenced by some recent acts that were in the media involving baby oil and some celebrities, right? And people were using baby oil for lubricant. They were using baby oil lubricant. And she said, don't do that because that throws off your pH balance. pH, your potential hydrogen, needs to be at a certain number. I think is 7.5 is alkaline, right? 7 is basic. Anything up is alkaline. Anything below is toxic. And each like different like your sexual glands and organs in different parts of your body has a different pH that it should be at to be optimal. And when you put certain things, certain places that ain't supposed to be there, you throw off that balance, right? Which could not be good, which could be very harmful, which could be pretty bad, right? Some bad stuff could happen. It's true. Some bad stuff can happen. Like, right? Like, it's for real. I'm not exaggerating. Like, I know it may sound funny, but like, it could not be good, right? The opposite of good is bad. But yeah, instead of baby oil, use coconut oil. Coconut oil is natural. Coconut oil. I even actually get to put the benefits of coconut oil. But let's pull up coconut oil. Benefits of coconut oil. Benefits of coconut oil as lubricant. Well, coconut oil can be a natural and moisturizing lubricant, offering a thicker, longer lasting coating compared to water-based lubricants. Okay, they're getting a little freaky already in the description. Okay, AI. But it's important to note that it can degrade latex condoms and potentially alter sperm motility. Oh, interesting. Here's a more detailed look at the benefits and considerations. Potential benefits: moisturizing and lubricating. Coconut oil is known for its moisturizing properties, which can help alleviate vaginal dryness and make intercourse more comfortable. Thicker and longer lasting. It sounds like a sex commercial. Don't you want thicker and longer lasting? Ooh, baby. It provides a thicker coating than water-based lubricants, and this coating tends to last longer, reducing the need for frequent reapplication. Natural and free of additives. Pure, unrefined coconut oil is a natural option, free from additives and potential irritants, making it a good choice for those seeking a more natural approach. Discreet purchase. You can go buy coconut oil, and nobody gonna think anything. You could. I mean, y'all about to say you can even go buy a closet full, like the baby oil you got. You can buy a whole closet full of coconut oil. I got so much coconut oil. I cook a lot. I take my children to the beach. I shower. Right, a lot of people don't shower. Right. So like I use coconut oil, bro. Like, why you got so much coconut oil? Why you want to know? right? Got nothing to do with you. But yeah, coconut oil is readily available. It can be purchased discreetly, unlike conventional lubricants. I mean, I guess lubricants can be purchased discreetly now online, right? Yeah, you can purchase online. That's pretty discreet, I guess. Consideration. Oh. um, yeah, let's move right along to our next segment. That is the tip of the day. The tip is to use coconut oil as a lubricant instead of baby oil. Coconut oil has many natural benefits. Coconut oil is really great. Baby oil is really not. Baby oil is like, it's not good. It's not good for that type of stuff, right? Again, don't believe the hype. Don't follow what everybody else is doing, right? Yeah. And let's move right along to our fourth and final segment of the day. Today's fourth segment, always our build of the day, was in the car today with my bro-in-law, right? My fiance's brother, and we was chatting. And it just, things good conversation, right? Flying cars, self-driving cars, hovercrafts, robots delivering food. I don't know if you guys saw the robot delivering food. I've seen it. I've seen it with my eyes. I wasn't right there, but my man made a video of him getting food delivered and posted it on IG. He's in LA in California. You see him and his lady, right? Got the video, him and his lady, right? He shows the robot little thing crossing the street, right? It crosses, it stops, it turns, right? It goes in front of him, right? A code pops up. I guess it's smart, so it knows what the location of his device. So it stops right there. A thing pops up. He has to put a code in or tap it. I forgot what he did. I think he tapped it or put a code in. The top part opened up. It moved. It pushed the food out. He grabbed his food. It closed back, and the robot turned around and walked away. I said, "Yo, the robot delivering food. Like, this is a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Like, it's crazy. Like, they got the freaking Ubers. I forgot where, but it's in America. They got I think it might be in California as well. They got the Ubers that come in the air with no driver. It's crazy technology. Self-driving cars, right? The Teslas. So I am a person who I love technology, right? I believe that technology is the definition of technology is to make life easier, right? To make life simpler, to simplify life, right? To create things that simplifies life. So technology in itself is beneficial. I'm not one of those people who lives in fear, right? But because I know that technology can be beneficial. Clearly, the opposite is true, and I think a lot of times people who think the opposite first forget the positive. Yes, technology can be used for bad, right? Like, yes, it can be used to manipulate people. Yes, it can be used to hurt people. Yes, this freaking self-driving cars, right, could shut down. The computerized cars could shut down, and now you can't go nowhere, and it could take you where you want to go to while you're in it, lock the doors, you can't get out. Of course, those things are possible. But the opposite is also true then, right? Technology, these self-driving cars could be used that if somebody's hurt, right, somebody passes out and they can't drive, right, they have a heart attack while driving, instead of the car, because they have to crash, no, the car could take over and drive them safely to the hospital, right? Something happens, a loved one, right? Is you, is me, and is my lady, and she's pregnant, right? And she's having a freaking tough experience, and I need to get in the back seat with her. Like, I can't be in the front driving because she's in pain and she's having a crazy experience. I need to be with her. I'm with her in the back seat, and the car's driving itself. It has benefits. It has benefits. It has many, many, many benefits. Flying cars, yes, dangerous. A lot of accidents. Yes, a lot of people may be freaking scaling buildings and looking at people's windows and all type of stuff, of course. But like, same situation. Me and my fiance, she's pregnant, right? I keep throwing pregnancy out there. Okay, we gonna speak something into existence, baby. My fiance, let's say she's pregnant, all right? And we're driving, and there's a lot of traffic, right? And like, she's like, "Yo, contractions, the baby's coming." Be able to rise up and fly, and fly through the sky and get to the hospital quick. Go through the window, and we got to go through the downstairs, go right into the window, boop, drop her off. Right? Like, there's many benefits, man. There's many benefits. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? The future is now. The Jetsons and other programs gave us glimpses into this time, and it is now. Obviously, there are some people who may see this live, see this show, and they may remember a time. I mean, I remember a time before cell phones were what they were. Like I remember the big old cell phones, right? Like in the late '80s, early '90s, I was around and aware enough to see those big Nokias. But now you got the small phone. They got watch phones now. Just they got the watch phone. They got the watch video. You could press the button on the watch and see the person and talk like that. They got that. I was a child and I saw that on TV. And now I don't have it, but friends have it. I've seen it. Like, yo, it's crazy. The future is now. What are your thoughts? Is there any part of what's happening now that you may be afraid of? Any part that you don't like? Any part that you're really excited about? Again, I am personally really excited about like hovercrafts, hoverboards, right? Flying through the sky. I'm really excited about stuff like that, right? I really want a hoverboard, right? I don't really want the scooters and things like that, but yeah, as I grow and get more money and have certain access, I want a hoverboard. I want to fly through the sky with my children. I do, and my friends. My fiance's like, maybe not her, not you, baby. You ain't flying with me on a hoverboard, dude. Through the sky over Lake Michigan, over Atlantic Ocean, get to Africa quick, lightning fast. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Other stuff again, I'm a little more cautious about, right? Even robots delivering food, we'd be like, nah, it's my food now, homie. Like, yo, bro, give me my food. Like, no. Like, no, what you mean? No, I ordered the food, you delivered it to me. You give me my food, right? So pregnancy sounds like a wife. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, pregnancy does sound like a wife, and you'll be pregnant when you be my wife, which is soon enough. I'm just saying, my bad, shorty. Yo, Sefu Sanko for automation, more job loss. You think so? I think so. Somebody posted something really, really, I think it was really dope. He said, AI is not going to cause people to lose their jobs. People resistance to accepting and embracing AIs was going to cause them to lose their jobs. Because one thing that I'm learning, right, I wouldn't say I'm an expert in this space at all, but as I'm in certain groups and as I have certain friends who are heavier into this space, one thing I realize is that you can actually create more jobs with AI because there's more things to do, more stuff to figure out, more stuff to program, right? So I think it's a perception. I think everybody's right? Like, yes, there's already tons and tons of job loss, right? But there's also new jobs being created that didn't exist before. So the skills got to be updated, right? I want to give a shout out real quick before we get off the show to my man Spud, right? Because he's coming to mind right now. Spud was an incredible activist, incredible father, incredible organizer from Far Rockaway. Peace and love. May he rest in peace. He passed a couple of years ago, but he was part of Fathers Alive in the Hood organization with my brother Kenny Carter. And he used to say something that was so profound. He used to talk about the beauty and the need for the young people and the elders to get together, and he would say something that was incredible, right? Because that in itself is not profound. Like, everybody knows that youth and elders need to get together, right? That's always been a thing, right? I think everybody who's conscious knows that we need to figure out more ways to bring those groups of people together. But he said something. What he said was profound. He said knowledge is to be updated, right? Upgraded. Knowledge is to be upgraded, and wisdom is to be downloaded. That was profound. From the youth to the elders, right? The knowledge from the young people, knowledge of today. The elders need their knowledge upgraded, right? The elders need their knowledge upgraded. They're not aware with technology. They don't know how to use the phone or certain things. They need to upgrade in their knowledge, right? But the youth, the young people, right, need to download the wisdom of those who came before them and how to navigate changes in systems, how to navigate changes within self, how to navigate or how to accept or how to process or right. So like we need each other, but that was profound. And so when we talk about tech, we talk about this like you got to upgrade the knowledge, upgrade the operating system, right? Simple as that. And that's just the mind, that's the brain, and that's the function, which is everything, right? But y'all, love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Happy Monday. It's gonna be a beautiful week. It's gonna be a beautiful time. Spring is springing. The weather is getting better. Again, as there is more to do, as you will be called to do more, always remember to be. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Be present, be great, be love, and be you. All right. Do join us right back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. I'm your boy, your host, Sean Sugar Marston. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love. Sounds like licenses will need to be attained. We can't just go in the air all willy-nilly. Facts. Peace.